In the light of the developments in the health situation and the epidemic situation, and in order to facilitate things for citizens to the extent possible in these exceptional situations, we decided to allow citizens to use their private vehicles between 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. within the borders of the governorate, and that would be as of next Wednesday, April the 29th, 2020. And that would be according to requirements and controls that consider public health and safety and that prevent overcrowding or jamming. This experience shall be subjected to re-evaluation and assessment regularly in order to study the extent of its efficacy. The use of private vehicles is going to be based on an odd-even scheme. So, cars with odd numbered plates will be allowed on streets on Wednesday, provided that the number of persons on board is not more than 2 persons. As for persons who have permits, they're allowed to use their vehicles regardless of the plate numbers, and they use it according to the type of the permits they hold. Travel between governorates is allowed only for persons who have permits for the same. As for the aids that is dedicated for day workers whose work was interrupted because of the curfew measures, direct financial aids were delivered to 68,064 families through the National Aid Fund. And the total amount disbursed so far is 8,790 JDs. The amounts of aids are wired to beneficiaries through e-wallets, and we shall continue to deliver the aids until we cover the targeted 200,000 families. Once these families finalize the establishment of their e-wallets in order to receive the aids through them. The managing committee for the main account of Himmat Watan wired 27 million dinars to the accounts of the National Aid Fund in order for the emergency financial aids to be distributed among beneficiaries. The number of enterprises recently registered with the Social Security Corporation is 9,500 enterprises that were registered as of the launching of the electronic registration system. And before I conclude, I'd like to say that we have with us the Minister of Industry and Trade, Dr. Tariq Al-Hamouri, and he's going to tell us about the new industries that are allowed to reopen and the inspection measures over markets. And His Excellency, the Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research, Dr. Muhyiddin Toq, he's going to tell us about some of the matters related to university students. And we also have His Excellency, the Minister of Culture, Dr. Basim Atwaisi, who's going to announce the cultural adaptation programs during the holy month of Ramadan. May God protect you and protect your health and that of your families. May God protect this country, its leadership, and the whole humanity from this pandemic. We're at your service, and our success is dependent on your compliance. In the name of God, most merciful, most compassionate, dear citizens, brothers and sisters, over the past days, we have detected instability in the prices and the prices of basic commodities in the market. And indeed, we have started to deal with the problem of rising prices as of yesterday, and we communicated with the major traders who supply these basic commodities in order to ensure that they are supplied at a higher scale in order to control the prices. There were inspection tours yesterday and today. Myself and my colleagues at the ministry conducted many inspection visits, and the result of that is that we closed down 11 enterprises, despite the fact that the majority of traders are compliant. The traders who sell basic commodities, the consumption commodities, however, few exceeded the price ceilings, and therefore we had to close down their enterprises. What we've noticed today is that there is a general compliance with price ceilings, and the prices of other commodities like meat started to stabilize. And we communicated with several traders who have to do with these commodities. We shall continue our inspection visits over markets, and these prices will continue to be stable and within the price ceilings that are imposed by the Ministry of Industry and Trade. The line numbers are open for all during the business hours down to 6 p.m. and we hope that everybody would inform us if there were any violations for their said price ceilings. As for the new industries, after consulting with His Excellency the Minister of Health and his consultation with the ad hoc committees under his leadership, we decided to allow several industries to reopen, and that includes the industries of auditors, tax consultants, barber shops and hair salons, watch and clock repairers, dry cleaners, shoe repairers, accessory shops, cosmetic shops. We really hope that all of the restrictive measures would ease down the line once and as the pandemic declines, and therefore there will be daily review for all of our measures in order to ease them down once the pandemic declines. May God protect Jordan, its great people and its wise leader. Thank you very much. In the name of God, most merciful, most compassionate, brothers and sisters, good afternoon. In the light of the impossibility for students to go back to campus before the dates of the final exam for the second term, the Higher Education Council, upon consultations with the university presidents, decided to instruct universities of Jordan to do the same, the following: continuing electronic education and remote learning till the end of the academic year as decided in every university. Final exams shall be conducted electronically for all students at all disciplines and all programs, except for the students of medicine and dentistry. 3, final exams shall be conducted electronically on their set date as per the calendar, the academic calendar of every university. The final grade of the student should be based on all of the activities included in the assessment and the exams that were conducted throughout the term. And it is up to every university to decide the weights that will be granted for every item, noting that the student can opt for the alternative, which is passing or failures, passing or failing. The summer term shall be conducted on time and is going to be on campus according to the academic calendar of every university. If that was impossible, God forbid, then education and exams are going to be conducted electronically, similar to the situation in the second term. As for the students of medicine at all universities, number one, the sixth year student, the final exams shall be conducted for the sixth year students throughout the medicine colleges. The exams are unified, and that would be conducted as follows. The exam will be held on 2 sessions. The first starts in June for students who wish to apply at that time, and the second session is to be decided, and it's going to be held in the early academic year for students who were not able to sit for the exams in the announced dates, and that include expatriate students who were repatriated during the pandemic. And exams shall be unified for all colleges, and the dates of the same shall be decided later and announced later. C, all colleges of medicines are going to be approved as exam venues in order to allow students from all governorates to get to the exam site easily. Students who reside in the governorates of the north shall apply for their final exams at Al Yarmouk University or the Jordanian University of Science and Technology. And students who reside in the central governorates shall set for the exams at Jordan University or Hashemite University or the Applied University of Balqa. Students who reside in the northern governorates shall set for the exams, the final exams at Mu'ta University. The Ministry of Higher Education and Scientific Research launches an electronic platform through which students fill out their information, and they choose the university that they wish to set for the exam at. Based on that, their travel permits are going to be issued. Exams are going to be paper-based on campus in big auditoriums, so the number of students in every auditorium is limited and is compliant with the requirements of public health and safety. The students of year 4 and 5 in medicine, these students go back to campus for 2 weeks or 3 weeks on a date to be decided later, and they will have a brief clinical training, and all medicine colleges will conduct the remaining final exams paper-based over 2 or 3 weeks. Medicine students of years 1, 2, and 3, the final exams will be conducted electronically, remotely for them, in the manner the university deems fit, and as per the decision of the Higher Education Council that is that applies to students of other disciplines that I've just mentioned. As for students of dentistry in the colleges of dentistry in the University of Jordan, and that in dentistry students in year 5 at Jordan University. Number 1, final exams shall be held on campus early June for 2 weeks after they finalize educational competencies on campus. Then coordination will be made with the Ministry of Transportation in order to secure the travel of students and administrators from their houses to the campus in a manner that complies with the public health and safety requirements. As for dentistry college in throughout the 5 years. Exams will be conducted throughout the years of the college. Electronic exams will be conducted remotely for all students. Students of year 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the Jordan University will set for the final exams remotely, electronically, and later the requirements or competencies, clinical requirements and competencies will be complemented. May God protect the country, the people of the country and its leadership, and كل عام وأنتم بخير. Good afternoon. As we've been building on the national and government efforts to mitigate the impact of social distancing, and in order to optimally use the timing, and in concurrence of the holy month of Ramadan, we'd like to offer and announce the second batch of the cultural adaptation program that aims at giving options of creativity and cultural activities for Jordanian families in the light of the significant success achieved by the contest of Mawhibati min Bayti, where there were 70,000 participants. This is the second batch of the contest with the beginning of this month, and it's going to continue for the third season during the Eids and on the Independence Day. The new programs under the batch of cultural adaptation program is as follows. الثقافة من قرب program, which is targeted to Jordanian governorates and will be implemented through cultural centers and cultural directorates and the organizations that are registered under the umbrella of the Ministry of Culture. This program will include implementing 35 to 40 cultural events which will be implemented on electronic and digital platforms in a manner that complies with the social distancing requirements, and this will also include the initiatives and activities that are offered and that are developed by the cultural entities. The second program is Shaghafi, which is for cultural industry. The platform is called Shaghafi, and it provides facilitated, simplified training in 7 areas: creative writing, formative arts, music, filmmaking, production, photography, cultural industries, and design arts. This platform in the first stage is going to give 100 trainings, and it's for free, and therefore free. The next program is a free platform for books that is launched by the ministry, and it's going to include the series of the Jordanian Family Journal, in addition to other publications of the Ministry of Culture and the publications of Jordanian authors who volunteered to have that posted on the platform for free. The other program is as follows. I'd like to announce a new award adopted by the Ministry of Culture in this situation. It is the diaries during the time of Corona. This is an award that will be launched in cooperation with the institution, with the Crown Prince Institution, and it aims at urging and encouraging authors and creative people to give and to document their accounts about this period of social distancing, and write down the details of the daily life, and that will be historic accounts for the future. And this award is going to receive participations, and the deadline is going to be 15th of June. The details of this contest, of this award, is published on the website. The next program is the National Cultural Program, the Cultural Folkloric Program. We will post the archive, what we have in the archive, and we're going to have a digital channel that we will use to publish the role plays and the drama and the events that were conducted through the Jarash Festival over 35 years. And there will be also a digital archive for the journals issued by the ministry as of 1966 till the date. I'd like to mention that the government is keen on protecting culture and the workers therein, and this is why the Ministry of Culture stresses that all of our programs and festivals are namely the Festival of Drama and the Festival of the Jordanian Song, they're going to be conducted as scheduled, while we observe social distancing requirements in order to promote the culture and ensure that more productions are feeding into it. May God protect Jordan, its people, and its wise leadership. Good afternoon. Today we had 2 cases over the past 24 hours. One is for a driver coming from abroad in Al Amiri borderline, and the other is for a child who's a contact of his mother in Prince Hamza Hospital, his mother with COVID-19, and therefore the number of cases are 449 cases. Also, there have been 5 recoveries today, and therefore the number of patients under treatment in the hospital are 95 patients. And also today we conducted more than 2,800 tests for citizens, and God willing, these tests are going to increase in order to reach at least double this number. As for the National Committee for Epidemics, the said committee is an advisory committee hired by the Minister of Health to help take some decisions related to epidemics. And there are other ad hoc committees related to other matters like committees for diseases, committees on non-communicable diseases, committees on communicable diseases, and so on. This committee delivers recommendations to the Minister of Health, and the recommendations are not binding, not for the minister or the government. And sometimes there are different opinions and discrepancies between physicians and the members of the committee. But in fact, this is very healthy, especially that this is a new disease, and facts seem to be changing every day. Any opinion expressed by any member on the said committee is a personal opinion that does not represent the collective opinion of the committee, nor does it represent the opinion of the minister or the government. In fact, the differences in opinion among these members, in fact, is healthy. The difference in opinions is healthy. And I would like to thank them very much. I'd like to thank the members of this committee. I'd like to thank them for the value they added. The majority of the government decisions, in fact, were based, the majority of the government decisions was based on their advice. I thank them very much for their efforts, which started on January the 24th, and they've been constantly working and meeting. We highly appreciate their efforts. May God protect the country, the leadership of the country, and peace be upon you.